11,001 by Darcie Dennigan. There was this bar in Boston they were in. It was October. The college boys had come back to town. I was taking a walk when I saw them. 5 girls singing happy birthday to Ella. Not that I could hear them through the window from the street. Their singing was like wind through the high trees. I didn't hear the sound. I saw it move across their lip gloss. The day was October 21st, to be exact. Feast of Saint Ursula and Ella's birthday. The story goes that Saint Ursula died a virgin. Ella probably would not. Ursula led 11,000 virgins to martyrdom. Ella led 5 girlfriends to a bar on Beacon Hill. Whether or not anyone at the bar was still a virgin was not something I could tell from the street. It was a vagrant's twilight, clear, only just cool, and beds of oak leaves all over the common. Ella wore a black V-neck shirt with a deep neckline. She seemed to feel exposed. She kept her shoulders rounded for cover. Saint Ursula wore a tunic, I think. She had no armor either. The other girls wore their shirts black and tight and black. They didn't really look like virgins. Not to the college boys shooting darts in the back and squinting at them under their cocks. Bowls, hornets, hat brims. Painters have made Ursula's face pale and resolute, like a woman in a Titan portrait, only without the flush. For flush, there were the girls, whose faces were blossoming with lemon drop shots. They'd lick the back of their hands, sprinkle that little saliva patch with sugar, shoot down a measure of gin, suck a lemon slice, then lap up the sugar. Fun, though from a distance it looked, well, all that licking in public, the sugar grits on their black shirts, nothing like stars over a black sea or the city on the suburbs horizon. Just a plain stain, a start of a girl's plain story. The girls each did 3 shots in 10 minutes. One was a little bigger than the others. She did 4 shots, all elbows and gusto. The 11,000 virgins split up into 3 ships. I don't know where all those girls came from, but they were going to Rome. They had good wind and the going was fast. But something happened. Ursula and her virgin army disembarked in Cologne and smiled at men with dirty hands, asking them to become Christians. And then an angel appeared in the high trees, telling Ursula, "Someday you'll die here, you and all your tenderfoot friends." A message Ursula hid in herself, and so sailed on. Sailed on? I was leaning against the sapling's thin trunk, the face of each girl visible over the windowsill, each face bright against the bar's dark walls, but nothing like stars over a black sea. I leaned against a sapling, but no angel appeared in the high trees, because it was October. The sapling was dying. Its leaves looked beautiful, flushed and resolute, only hidden somewhere in itself. Maybe in its very thin trunk was the secret that it was dying. I didn't know exactly what I was doing there, so I was going to do it harder. Ursula's face I made the color of wet concrete, ashy, because of her secret. and because as I stood on the sidewalk, it began to rain. Ella's face grew redder than ever, an almost profane red. She was talking to the boys, challenging them to a round of darts maybe, as one girl chewed her cuticles, and the bigger girl laughed. It was a loud laugh, and a fake one, I could tell. All 5 girls had secrets on their complexions. It was a feast day of secrets. No one knew why Ursula's 3 ships returned to Cologne, why the Prince of Cologne kissed Ursula's concrete cheek and asked her to marry him. He was a pagan, a Hun. All the Hun men wanted the virgins to sleep with them, on the ground, on beds of oak leaves, I imagined. The virgins refused, and their blood stained the leaves as they stared ahead, hard at a god or the horizon. The girls' mothers had told or hinted to them, never go down on unfamiliar college boys in pub bathrooms. But then, 2 of the boys and 2 of the girls were gone. I should have prayed then for a god to reveal her pattern. I didn't pray though. I don't pray. And what happens is sometimes the sidewalk space beneath a neon bar sign seems to me a holy station. So I lean against a dying sapling. In a chapel outside Cologne sits a vault full of girls' bones. The arrow shot through Ursula's throat by the prince of the Huns sits there too. As Ella threw her darts, the cross hanging from a string of rosary beads she wore as a belt around her jeans would sway side to side. Maybe that was my imagination. All that's certain about Ursula is a Latin inscription. 10 lines by Clematius etched into a rock, and then legend and darkness. There was something there about Ursula and her love of the faith and near annihilation. A fabulous heap of the gleaming pelvic bones of virgins. But Ella lived in neither chaste nor epic days. Ella loved only bright windows against dark streets. Or not. That was more me. Ella was playing darts and doing shots. Sometime after happy birthday, after the bathroom groping, one dart went astray and pegged her exposed collarbone. Then some of the boys went home with some of the girls. One girl went home alone. The dart thrower brought Ella to an ER for a tetanus shot, for a bandage, for his love of the skin around her collarbone. Their artifacts torn, wrapping paper, a thin, profanely red ribbon scored and curled, sucked lemon wedges. A waitress cleared it all away. For the love of the faith of bright windows, I stayed outside, looking for the pattern. Fact after girl after virgin fact. It had been a vagrant twilight. Now the streetlights were turning the sidewalks into islands. Everything looked like stars over a black sea. Everything seemed to be dying from my holy station. I had kissed each artifact and still did not see the secret. Then the bar shut down. Boston had a curfew. Bright windows died early. After that, if you were still trying to look in, you'd see just your reflection. I gave a halo to the sapling, made some girls saints, and the alley a black sea. Sorry, Mom. God, you there, I said out loud. I need to make love to something.